Hello and welcome to Property Technicals How Much Will It Sell For? Episode 2. So last week we saw 3 properties, out of which 2 are already sold. We shall look at what they sold for near the end of this video. Today we will be looking at another 3 properties and we shall estimate how much will they sell for, and then we'll keep watch over those properties and see how they perform in the auction day. Well, without further ado, let's get started with today's episode of How Much Will It Sell For? So the first property we have for you today is number 27 Buckingham Road in Bochum Hills, New South Wales. An interesting piece of land that they are saying it can be subdivided into 6 individual pieces of land. And according to their diagram, each of those subdivided land parcel will be nearly 1,000 meters square. So substantial land sizes still where you can build pretty large houses. Interesting thing about this listing is that it's nearly over half a hectare of land in Bochum Hills. So it is possible to find land of this size further outwards, where the suburb is thinning out a bit and you have bigger pieces of land, some of them used to be farms and things like that. This here is in the thick of the suburb. So we don't normally see land of this size. The house that sits on it currently is relatively presentable and it can be lived in or rented out for many years to come. I don't particularly see it to be an aged, dated property. So if someone is subdividing them and they will build upon it, they will have to knock down a relatively decent house, which is not uncommon. It happens all the time. Just makes me a little bit sad to see such good houses put under the bulldozer. So the big question, what will it sell for? I anticipate that under current market on auction day, it can fetch anywhere between $4.5 million to $5 million. That sounds like a lot of money, but if they can actually subdivide it into 6 plots, each plot in this area is valued close to $1 million, so $6 million on land value alone. Building cost of 6 individual houses of caliber of this suburb, let's say $800,000 each, so $4.8 million there. Let's say all up the project cost is $10 million, so 6 newly built properties with about 1,000 meter square land beneath it in this suburb, I'd imagine they'd be able to sell them under current market conditions for $2 million easily, and if built to a higher standard, maybe 2.1, 2.2. So if it is selling for $2 million each, 6 houses, that gives us $12 million. So $2 million of clear profit. Sounds all well and dandy, but if someone's going to be able to pull it off, what's going to happen on auction day? We shall keep an eye on it. The next property in our list is 110 Centaur Street in Revesby. Now, that's a pocket of Sydney that I know quite well. Centaur Street is a good street in Revesby where properties come to the market and they always sell quickly. It's a well-known place to be in. This particular duplex, finished brand new, is done very well. I have looked at the pictures and the video. It's well made for what it is, and it ticks a lot of boxes. The duplex itself has a pretty good layout, starting with a double lockup garage right at the bottom of the property, and then first floor we have a bedroom which makes it a downstairs bedroom. So the downstairs bedroom does have a ensuite attached to it as well, which makes it all the better for the person who's living in that particular bedroom. Not only that, there is also a separate powder room for the common area. Upstairs, we have 4 reasonably sized bedrooms, each with its own built-in robes, and 3 bathrooms, so 2 bedrooms with their own ensuites. So in total, there are 5 toilets, 4 of them bathrooms. Going further, there is a undercover alfresco, and then at the back there is a swimming pool as well. So a lot of boxes are ticked. And might I also say that the inclusions they have used for this particular development are quite good to look at, and seems like they've done a good job with the finishings. 110 Centaur Street, how much will it sell for? Well, I imagine this will fetch somewhere between 1.6 to 1.7. However, these days I have been surprised with the auction results, so let's see what happens next week. The last property that we will be following is number 86 Iberia Street in Padstow. So this is your quintessential duplex site to go for, with 15.4 meter frontage and 1018 meter square land. This means that you can make a duplex, 4-bedroom duplex, with possibly a granny flat at the back. That will definitely add quite a lot of value, especially in this area. That's a popular choice. The house that is on this property at this point in time can be easily rented out for $600 plus. It is a relatively big house in good condition. 86 Iberia Street in Padstow, how much will it sell for? Well, I imagine under these market conditions, it may fetch anywhere between 1.8 to $2 million. The auction is on 6th of November, so I will be discussing the sold price of this property in the next episode. Stay tuned for that. And now we discuss the results of last week's properties that we looked at. 6 Roxborough Park Road, the auction is this Friday, so I'll be telling you the auction result in next episode. 105 Ramsey Road in Picnic Point. How much did it sell for? Well, in the last episode, I said that if it reaches $2 million, I wouldn't be too surprised. It reached $2.51 million. Now that is a surprising thing. And I did speak to the real estate agent on the phone today, and his words were that the developers are keen on taking risks these days. Maybe they have the appetite to take such risks. With $2.51 million, I did not see this coming. 89 Albert Street in Revesby. So in last episode, I said it might fetch 1.65 million. So they have not published the sold price yet, but I spoke to the agent today, and he told me that the property sold for $1.65 million. Spot on. So that was this episode of How Much Will It Sell For? Quick disclaimer, this is not a financial advice video. You should not be taking financial advice from me. I'm not qualified to give any financial advice. And if you are about to buy a property, you are doing your own research, please do your own due diligence. This is not a purchase advice either. We are merely looking at properties that are listed currently in the market, and we are following it, and we are seeing what they sell for on the auction day. Most of the information that I have shared in this video is publicly accessible, and you can discuss further details with the agents listing these properties as well. Well, this was a fun little episode. I will see you in the next episode of How Much Will It Sell For next week. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time. You take care of yourself.